Right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to yet another session of the evening webinar. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Right, let's just wait 5 minutes, okay, for the rest to join. We are floating in deep profits. I cannot stress this enough. And we are floating in so deep of a profits that I don't know. It's just it's just so easy to trade, right? It's not easy to trade. Don't get me wrong. The market has been really predictable, right? In terms of in terms of in terms of USD JPY, and as well as the all the other crosses, right, across the Japanese yen, right? So Japanese yen has been very really predictable, right? And there's no reason why you're not making money on Japanese yen trades, right? So USD JPY, right? We are in deep profits. Currently, I think if we're like floating around like 70 R in profits, right? If you're risking 1% risk per trade, right? These two trades would have been like what 70%, over 70% for you, right? I'm risking 0.1%. Right, but if you're risking 1% risk per trade, easily 70%. And we are still holding on to the trade, right? So slow and steady, right? And yeah, so we are. I think this is how I grow my account size, right? We kind of take it slow and steady, right? And every year, probably hit around, I don't know, a few 100%. If you are risking 1% risk per trade, probably you can make, I don't know, 400-500% risk, 400-500% a year, right? Which is 4 to 5x account, right? And of course, if you are using compounding risk management system, then of course, you would be so much more, right? So just a quick update on the trade, right? AOD NZD, right? AOD NZD, we have gotten out at break even, right? So no losses on AOD NZD, right? Because last week, right, I actually said that I don't really feel good about AOD NZD, so I'm just going to put my stop loss at break even, making the trade risk free, right? And I was right, right? So price in the end pushed even higher, right? So zero loss on AOD NZD. And then of course we have our two trades that are currently still pending. Right, first of all, we have our NZD CAD and our Euro AUD, which we will go through it later. Okay, so no rush lah, later, right? Okay, and just a like fair warning for you guys, right? Just a heads up for you guys. Okay, crypto markets is a really good time to buy right now. Okay, so you should only be looking for long positions on the crypto market, right? I am also looking for long positions on the crypto market. Whether you're trading spot or whether you're trading CFD, right? XM does have crypto CFDs, right? And if you're trading CFDs, you should only be looking for longs, right? And of course, manage your risk really well. There is a potential to make so much more money, right? Right. In terms of main coins, like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those, to your altcoins, right? So I am accumulating a lot of altcoins, right? Not a lot, but like a significant amount of altcoins, which could potentially, I don't know, 20x, 50x in the next 2 years, right? So I've been accumulating since 2023 November, right? I think during 2023 November, I started accumulating Solana, right? That one is already more than 10x my returns already. Okay, so crypto, once again, it has given us a lot of opportunity, right, for us to and get some money out of it, right? And hopefully, let's see how it goes, honestly. If you have some spare cash lying around, right? I think trading still, I think I think in trading, right, it's more. I think in crypto, it's more. How would I say that? In crypto, I would say it's more passive, lah. I would say, right. So you just hold it for a long term, right? Even if you're trading CFDs, right? Um, don't put your stop loss to like super tiny, right? But set your stop loss to a proportion, right, to the volatility and the volume of the crypto markets, right? So that is very, very important. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do, I want to share with you guys is that yeah, so if you have any questions about on the crypto market, right? If you have any funds lying around, just want to diversify, right? Just hit me up on Telegram or Instagram, right? Okay, so later I will share with you the link to my Telegram and Instagram. Link me. Is it link me? Link.me. Oh, hold on. Oh, let's see, Instagram. Ah, okay. I don't know if I have to. Nah, okay. Okay. Okay, what I will do is I will. Oh no, the link is not here. Okay, one second. Let me just get the link real quick for you guys. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. While we wait for the rest to join. Oops. There's so much authentication. I don't know, I just feel that all my digital footprint, right? Whether is it like social media or brokers, everything, right? There's like so much. Ah, okay. There's like so much um security that there's like I need to go through like three different steps of like security. I have to go through like email OTP, SMS OTP, authentication app, password, right? So like probably like four different security before I can even go into my profile. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, so this is the link me. Okay, if you guys have any questions, right? You can just drop me a text over here, right? Just go scroll down and click on contact me on Telegram, right? If you want to sign up for the 24-month transformation program, right, where I transform you into a professional trader, and you will be managing funds for me after the 24 months, right? Click on this link and sign up, right? And of course, this is my Instagram, Telegram, LinkedIn, XM profile, was featured on Yahoo, and so on and so forth. So yeah, okay. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay, now for those of you who are new here, okay, for those of you who are new here, I just want to quickly go through some stuff as well. Okay, one second. Um, okay, all right. So I just want to quickly go through some stuff right before we Good evening, good evening, good evening. For those of you that just joined. Okay, now certain things I have to go through. So XM social competitions, right? Is up, right? Up to $150,000 up for grabs, right? There's the demo account competitions and real account competition. There's no entry fees, right? So if you want to check it out, go ahead and do so, right? Refer a friend program, the XM refer a friend program just got its upgrade, right? So refer 1 to 15 friends, you earn $80 per friend, right? 16 to 30 friends, you earn $100 per friend, and 30, sorry, on your 31st friend and onwards, right, you earn $150, right, per friend that you refer to XM. Okay, so this is the stuff and things, right? Okay, so now I want to go ahead and start the session by looking through the economic calendar. Okay, before we start on the slides, right? So for those of you who are new, right, how I usually plan out my webinar is that I go through the slides first, right? So after the slides, then of course I will go through the live trading, right? And of course this is where, right, we will enter trades together, right? If you want to follow my trades, right, you can feel free to do so, right? I think this year we have made over, right? I think this first half of the year we have made over 300 R, right? So if you're to put that into perspective, if you're risking, right, 0. If you're risking one easily 300%, right? If let's say you didn't follow, if let's say you didn't follow, every single trade, probably you make around 300 to 250, 300%, right? But so yeah, so I don't know. Right? It's just something that I mean, it's just facts, right? I'm here to share a few of my trades, right? And it's up to you guys if you want to follow or not. Okay. Okay, so at 9:30 later, we have the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell's speech coming up. Right now, there's something that's gonna happen on Friday. Can you tell me what's gonna happen on Friday? What is the news release that is highly anticipated on Friday? That's coming out on Friday. Friday. What's gonna happen on Friday? This Friday, something big. Is it TGIF? Is it happy hour? Whoa, something big is gonna happen on Friday. What is it? That's right, non-farm payrolls. Okay, so non-farm payrolls is coming out on Friday, right? So it's just 3 days, uh, 3 days, 3 days later. Okay, so I'm going to be really excited, right, for non-farm payrolls, right? Because hopefully there will be more volatility in the markets, right, that can push my USD JPY to greater heights. Okay, so hopefully, right, let's see how it goes, right? Okay, retail markets coming out. So this year is going to be jam-packed, right? This year is going to be, this week is going to be jam-packed with, right, news and data that's going to be released. Okay, so fingers crossed, right? This week is going to be a profitable week as well, right? Let's go. Okay, so later, right, at 9:30, there will be a Federal Reserve Chairman Powell speech. Is probably going to talk about or give, like, we're probably going to talk about inflation and interest rates, right? Monetary policies, right? So on and so forth, right? So if you guys want to follow, I think it's available on YouTube. Okay, so if you guys want to watch the live session, right? The speech that our uncle Jerome Powell is going to give, right? You can, I think, just search it out on YouTube or just Google it, right? It should be there, right? 9 out of 10 times, there's like three what that there is a free broadcast, right, for the Jerome Powell speech. Okay. Okay. Nice. Cool. Okay. So today, right, today we're going to talk about the forex ABCs. Now, this is perfect, right, for those of beginners, right? If you're not a beginner, don't worry. Every single webinar is catered for everyone. Okay. We will have live trading sessions later. Okay. Right. So forex ABCs is perfect for beginners. You will learn, right, what is forex. You understand what is the contracts for difference, right? You then learn about the major and minor currency pairs, right? You learn what is the percentage in points and lot size. Okay. All right. Yeah, I wish I can skip, but this is still an education webinar. It's not a signals webinar, so I think sometimes we just have to cater for everyone. Okay. And yeah, okay, so let's go. So what is forex? So forex or FX is basically the foreign exchange market, right, which is the largest financial market in the world, right? It's even bigger than crypto markets, stock market, bonds market combined. So if you combine all these markets together, right, forex is still the biggest markets, right? Okay, so it has $5 to $6 trillion daily trading volume, right? To put that into perspective, right? To put it into perspective, right? Crypto markets has only have a few $1 billion, right? Have a few, probably few tens of billions or few hundreds of billions of dollars, right? And that is just for crypto markets, right? So if you put that into perspective, actually, yes, FX is the biggest market, right, in terms of trading volume. Okay? So forex opens 24 hours a day and 5 days a week, right? So what are CFDs? CFDs are what we call contract for differences, right? And now, basically, what does it mean by contracts for difference? Let's say, for example, right? I get so let's say, for example, right? I am buying a contract, and this contract is what we call, so there's two types of contract. Number one is what we call the long contract. Okay, long contract. And the second one is what we call the short contract. Okay, so learn these two terms first, long and short. Okay, now before we move on further, let's talk about derivatives. Now, what exactly is derivatives? Now, derivatives happens in every single day, right? And every single thing that we purchase. So I give you a very, very a simple example. Okay, let's say, right, you buy a one candy, right? Oops. So let's say you buy one candy, CANDY. I know my handwriting isn't a mess. And you use Singapore dollar to buy SGD. Right? So the price of one candy is 1 Singapore dollar, right? So one candy is 1 Singapore dollar. All right. Now, what if instead of candy, we are buying the US dollar, USD, USD to SGD. So how much can one SGD buy? Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. How much can one USD buy one SGD for? Sorry. How much can one USD buy SGD for? So one USD can buy approximately, right now the rate is about 1.35, give or take. Okay. So right now the rate is currently 1.35. So this is what we call derivatives. Now, derivatives meaning to say that an asset derives its value from the performance of the underlying asset. Okay. So if let's say there is nothing to derive is the value from, right? So if $1 cannot buy one candy or one bottle cannot buy a bottle of water, is there still value in the $1? No, right? So this is what derivatives is, right? So when we talk about currency, this is of course this is commodity derivatives, right? Candy versus one Singapore dollar. But when we talk about right currency derivatives, this is what we are talking about, right? SGD, USD, SGD, right? 1.35. Okay, right? So this is what we call derivative. Now, long versus short. Now, to open a long contract, basically, you are you are saying that hey, this contract, the price of this contract will go up, and to open a short contract, you're saying hey, the price of this asset, right? This derivative will go down. Okay, so if we were to long the candy versus SGD, meaning to say that one candy can buy more of one Singapore dollar. Okay, so one candy can buy more of one Singapore dollar, meaning to say that the value of the candy actually decreases, right? When we put that into perspective, let's say for example, USD versus SGD, right? USD can buy more of Singapore dollar. That means USD strengthen, right? So if let's say we'll go long USD slash SGD, right? We are anticipating that the US dollar will strengthen. Okay, right? So now, what about short, right? So let's take this same example, USD SGD, right? So if you're to short it, right? If you're to short it, right? So US dollar can buy lesser of Singapore dollar. So what will happen, right? It means that the US dollar weaken and maybe the Singapore dollar strengthen. Okay. So over here, US dollar strengthen, Singapore dollar weaken, right? And this is what you do, right? When you want to long this is a scenario, right? Where you will long the USD SGD, right? And if you want to short the SGD, the USD SGD, right? This is a scenario as well. Okay, so we have our short on SGD USD. We need to say that you predict, right, or you foresee that the US dollar weakens and the Singapore dollar strengthen, right? It's either or both. Okay, it's a either or both, right? I mean, Sing dollar can be neutral, but US dollar can be weakened, right? And USD SGD will still go down, right? USD will be strengthened. Sorry, USD might be neutral. Sing dollar might be weakened, right? And USD SGD will still go up. Okay. Okay. Questions? Okay. So this is basically what derivatives and CFDs are. Okay. It's quite easy to understand, right? So when you are actually, so yes, I've been seeing some ads on YouTube or Instagram, right? And then this Singaporean guy. I'm not sure if he's from Singapore, but I think from the video, right? It looks Singapore. So what he says is that he came up with a indicator, right? He came up with an indicator that can see where the retail traders are trading, where the banks are trading, which is total bullshit. And let me tell you why. When you are trading the forex market, you are buying up, you are trading the contracts, right? You're placing the contracts with the broker. The broker will then hand over your contracts to the liquidity provider. You are not buying and selling the currency directly. So when you actually long USD, SGD, you are not using US dollar to buy a Singapore dollar. It's just a contract, right? You own zero of the currency that you're in trade for. The only thing that you own is the money in your account. Okay, so don't be fooled by all these kind of indicators, right? You just put the indicator at the trading view, and then you see, okay, this is where the retail traders are trading. This is where the financial institutions are trading, and this is where the banks are trading. Okay, somebody just needs to get him to come to my webinar, right? Then I will teach you. Okay, excuse me, sir, this is not how it works. Okay, right? And a lot of people, they want to trade like the banks, but honestly, boys, I'm I'm s- I'm lost for words, honestly, right? Because I've been to so many banks, so many financial institutions, right, to see how they trade, and none of them trades the way that everyone expects them to, right? Right? The way they trade is just probably like, okay, just a normal people trade, right? There's no such thing as how banks trade. I I can't predict. I can't see how anyone can predict how the banks trade, right? Because now there are a few reasons on why a bank were to offset certain currency. Let's say, for example, if they are holding too much yen, let's say for example, if 20% of their holdings in currency is in Japanese yen, and Japanese yen is looking to weaken, what will they do? They would sell, right? But they sell to who? They sell to other banks and other financial institutions, right? Cannot be you sell to no one, right? Right? So whenever someone says, this is how the bank trade, come on. When a bank sells a currency, right, it sells to another bank or another financial institutions, the money is still in the system, right? Unless a company were to withdraw a large or a few companies were to withdraw large enough sum, right, to make a difference, to make a significant difference in the bank's currency holdings, right? So sometimes, right, I personally think that the the trading space is really a joke, right? Okay. But anyway, so this is what we call contracts for difference, right? So just remember, right, when you are trading, you are not actively participating in the forex market unless you go to the money changer and change $1,000, right? Yes, then of course you are holding on to some real, right, euros or real SGD or USD or New Zealand dollar or whatever, right? If you are trading contracts for difference, right, you are not participating in the forex market. Okay, just so that you guys are clear. Right. Okay, now let's move on. Now, currency pairs, major and minor, right? So major currency pairs that includes the USD, right? So it's so now Any currency pair that has the USD inside, right, in it, right, it's called a major currency, right? Now, there is a few exceptions to it. Okay, later I'll explain. Okay, and any minor currencies, right, is a combination of the currency that includes the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, right, Switzerland franc, euros, Great Britain pounds, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar, right? Now, exotic currencies, right, is any other currencies that's not listed here in the major and minor, right, which includes the South African rand, the Polish koruna, and the Polish zloty. Yeah, so these are the few currencies that are not listed, right? And of course, they are not part of the major or minor, right? We call them exotics. Now, what if, now what if it's like this? What if ZAR slash USD? Is this a major currency? Is this a major currency pair, guys? ZAR USD. Is this a major currency pair? Very good. Okay, I see one yes. Okay, no, so why is it not a major currency? Is because we have exotics. So whenever a currency pair has any exotics inside, right? Whenever a currency pair has any exotic inside, it is considered an exotic pair, right? It's not considered a major or minor pair anymore. Okay, right? So ZAR USD is what we consider as a exotic. Okay. Now, code currency and base currency, right? So the base currency is always the first currency symbol. The code currency is always the second currency symbol. And now is okay. Still time. Okay, so base currency, and then of course, code currency is the second currency symbol, and price value will be always quoted in pairs, right? Okay, makes sense lah, right? You cannot buy if $1 cannot exchange for stuff that will peg the $1 too. Okay, so now this is what the typical forex currency looks like. Currency pair looks like, right? GBP USD. Now, GBP USD, is this a major or minor currency? GBP USD, is this a major or minor currency? Major. Yes, very good. Because GBP is a minor, USD is a major, right? So GBP USD is a major currency, right? So there's no exotics over here, and there's a USD over here, so it's a major currency. Okay. Now, what is pips? Pips is what we call percentage in point, right? So one pip equal to 1 basis point, basically, right? And pips is the bid and ask spread. Later on, so guess what's the spreads? Okay, so the bid and ask spread of a forex quote is also measured in pips, right? And a pip is the fourth decimal point of a forex of the exchange rate, except for any currency pairs that includes the Japanese yen, which is the second point. Okay, now all these things very you might not understand, right? I'm going to make it, like simplify it for you. Yes, I know that this slide is designed by me, right? And I actually did on the slides, but I'm going to share with you. I cannot show all my secrets now. Right now. Okay, so just remember this, right? Any the second currency, second last currency is called a BIP. Okay, BIP. Okay. So let's say, for example, USD JPY, right? A currency, a pair that I'm very, very familiar with, USD JPY. Okay, so USD JPY, let's say, for example, it's trading at 161.5 point, let's say, no, 5, let's do it 555. 5, no, 53538. Okay. So let's say, for example, USD JPY, we're trading at a 161.538, right? So the second last is then what we call the pip. Okay. So if this is a 3, then of course it's a 3 pip, right? This is a 7, that's a 7 pip. So always just remember, right? The second last decimal point is the pip, right? Simple. Okay. Okay. Oops. Next. Next. Okay. So what is lot size? Now, lot size is basically, right, the volume of the position that you want to trade. Okay. So of course, the higher lot size means, of course, the bigger position that you're basically trading, right? So I think if you're trading on a $1,000 account, probably you will only be trading the micro and the mini lot, right? I think quite rarely you will go on a standard lot, right? Of course, if you're trading on, let's say, 2K, 3K, 5K and above, then probably you would be trading on a standard lot more often, right? So, one standard lot, right, is 100,000 units. One mini lot is 10,000 units. One micro lot is 1,000 units. One other lot is 100 units. Now, honestly, right, very little broker offer nano lots already, right? Because nano lots just too small. They're basically trading cent, 1 cent, 2 cent like that, right? Too small already. Okay? Honestly, if you ask me, okay, now, yeah, I think there's still people trading cents, but honestly, right, I think now, no matter where you are in the world, okay, yeah, okay, maybe cents, maybe 1 cent you can buy something, right, in highly inflated countries, right, like Lebanon, Yemen, right, places like that, right? So I think probably, right, cents you can buy something. Yeah, but anyway, so I think my point is, right, I think very little brokers offers cent account. I think XM does offer cent account, but they don't use normal lots. So basically, yeah, I mean, just go on XM and select create an account if you're entering a cent account, right? Find out more there. Okay. So 1.58 lots is 158,000 units, right? Of course, 10 lots then is of course 1 million units. 100 lots is 10 million units, right? Okay. Okay, that's all. I'm going to leave you guys with about 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes for Q&A, right? Because I think this is a beginner-friendly slide, right? So if you're a complete beginner, I think you will probably have some questions for me, right? So if you guys have any questions, right, just hit me up and type it on the chat on the questions, and then of course I will answer you. So I'll give you guys 2 minutes, right, to answer to type your questions, right, and we will begin our live trading at 8:42. Okay, 8:42 p.m. So about 2 minutes. Okay, if you have any questions, or just type it on the questions, right? No, don't type on the chat. You can't type on the chat. Just type on the questions, right? Okay, while we wait for the questions, right? If there's any, right? Just wanna kind of have a chat with you guys, right? About my weekend. Yeah, I had an amazing week. I actually went to this thing called the sound healing, right? It's a form of meditation where it heals you through sound, right? Some people call it sound healing meditation, right? Some people call it sound bath, right? And basically you just lie down, right? Bring a yoga mat, lie down and put on the what's that? Eye mask, blindfold. I don't know what's that. You just cover your eyes and listen to the instruments that's being played, right? It's usually the Tibetan bowls, right? So really nice sounding instruments with different levels of frequency to kind of heal and kind of heal and connect with your different chakra, right? I know I know that I think most of you must be wondering, hey, this guy is crazy, right? Talking about what chakra and everything, right? But it's a very interesting experience. Love it. Right? I mean, I actually booked a private class for me and my friends, right, to go and try it. And I think every one of us really enjoyed it, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert about chakras and stuff, right? But I think it really does help to calm me down a little bit. But anyway, that is something that happened that is something that something nice that happened over the weekends for me. Right? Okay, now heads up, screen up. Let's go ahead and do our live trading, right? And let's go ahead and kind of comb some of the potential trade setups if there is any, right? Okay. Now I won't be trading the Switzerland francs because of the high swaps. Okay. So I'll be skipping every CHF Switzerland franc pairs. Okay, NZD USD. Nope, nothing much going on. We have NZD JPY, NZD CHF. Nothing much going on. Okay, so this is the trade that we currently have positions on. Okay, so for those of you who want to follow the trade, right? Only if you want to follow, okay, you can go ahead and do so. I think this is quite a relatively small trade, right? It's just a 1 to 13, and okay, not so big, not so small. So this is a 1 to 13 risk reward ratio trade. Okay, if you guys want to follow, can go ahead and do so, right? But before that, don't enter first, don't enter first. Wait. Okay, so before that, right? Let me just run through these my FX book position size calculator. So basically, just go to this. Right, just go to this website here, right? I'll send it on the chat, right? If you guys want, can go ahead and enter it here. Okay, so just go ahead and do this. Go to this website, right? Whatever, right? So just go ahead and go to this website, right? Select the currency pair that you're trading, right? Select the account currency that you're trading on. My account is the US dollar. Account size, right? You can, depending on your account size, right? So always calculate your account size based on the balance, right? Not the equity. So that one very important. Okay. What else? And then of course, risk ratio 1. If you don't risk 1%, just put 1. Don't risk anything above 2%. Okay. And our stop loss increase is 20. And when you're done, just click calculate, right? And the lot size should be there for you, right? In accordance to your account size and the percentage risk you want to trade and the stop loss, number of pips in stop loss. Okay, so this is a 10 pip stop loss trade. Yeah, and the trading parameters are here. Just want to follow, can go ahead and do so. Right, I will give you allocate about 2 minutes. Okay, done. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, good. Let's move on. Right. GBP USD. Let's see if there's anything interesting. No. Um, Nothing much going on. GBP, JPY pushing up. Honestly, it's just so satisfying to see the Japanese yen just keep going up to higher and higher, right? Because the higher it goes, the more profits we are in. Okay. Um, Hold on. Let's just stop at USD. Sorry, on GBCHF now because um yeah. So USD JPY, we are in two of the positions right now out of the four. Right, we have two pending positions. So we have two pending positions which I have not closed yet. There's also two active positions. Right, but the pending positions we have to wait for it to come down a little bit more before we I mean, hopefully it comes back down a little bit more before we can have a chance to enter it. Okay, but looking by the thing, just by looking at it, it seems a bit hard lah for it to come down, right? Because USD JPY Japanese yen has been so weak right now. It has I think it has always been very weak for the past few years, right? Okay, now we might have something. Okay, okay. Um, Okay, GPCAD. Now, GPCAD, I just wanna run through this with you, right? Okay, so GPCAD, right? We do see that, it's currently making lower lows and everything, right? However, it did a bullish push towards the upside. Then of course, there's a consolidation right now, right? If the forward time frame, right, this candle close bullish, right, and of course it's higher than this than the previous bearish candle. Then of course, this is what we call a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, a bullish engulfing candle. Right. So if this is a bullish engulfing candle, then of course we will then anticipate for price to come up to this level here, right, before we can look for short positions. Right. But before that, right, before we take any short positions or before we commit any rash act, right, I just want to take a look at the monthly time frame to kind of see where we are at. Okay, so monthly time frame, it's slowly consolidating towards the upside. I think maybe it might have broke out of this consolidation, right? Highly likely that it has broken out of this consolidation. Okay, I mean, if you were to just draw a line over here, right, and probably this would be my second line, right? So if you were to draw something like that, then of course we can see that this is what we call a triangle. I know it's a wedge, but I forgot what wedge is it. Not important, right? Probably it might break out towards the upside, right? So just want to look for. So I don't know. I might be looking for long positions. I might be looking for short positions, but let's see. Let's see. Right. But I think ultimately I'll be looking for long positions, lah. Right. I think if it broke above this level, yeah. I mean, if it comes back to this, if it comes to this level and then come back down, retest this level as a support, then of course, I would then be looking to take long positions on that. So GBPCD is definitely on something that I would watch like a hawk, right? Euro USD, nothing much going on. Euro NZD, nothing much. That really caught my eye. Euro CHF. Actually, I really don't want to take Switzerland franc pairs. But I mean, okay, so here's the thing, right? If you are a Muslim, right, sign up for an Islamic account. So where with an Islamic account, it's swap free. And with swap free, you can trade the Euro CHF or the Switzerland franc pairs. Because if you are a normal account holder and you're not an Islamic account holder, sorry, if your trading account is not Islamic, then of course you incur swaps. And the swaps is pretty high. No, it's not pretty, it's very, very high for Switzerland franc pairs, right? So, I mean, it's really nice to trade. Just look at the price action and everything. I can look, I mean, I'm probably seeing like three different, trading opportunities just by looking at Switzerland franc pairs, right? EuroCAD, wow, EuroCAD. Okay, okay. Ah, EuroCAD. Okay, so I think EuroCAD, it's looking a little bit bullish. I just don't know if the bullish momentum will continue. I mean, it looks like it's going to continue. So why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. But I mean, it's also moving very, very slow. Yeah, it's moving very, very slow. Yeah, nah. I mean, how do I measure volatility? Okay, just by taking this ruler, all right? So this is the previous low, this is the next high, right? I measure, okay? I measure. So let me just draw it properly once again. So this candle here, this candle here. Okay, so sorry, got to be precise about this, right? So just by looking at this candle here, right, and all the way to this candle here, okay. So from the peak low to the peak high over here, it took us 3 days and 12 hours, right? And it only moved 3 days and 12 hours, it only moved 133 pips, which is not a lot, if you ask me, right? So I think volatility is quite low, or it's at least it's lower for Eurocap. I don't really feel comfortable taking long positions right, on Eurocap. Euro AUD is the other trade that we have, right? If you guys want to follow, and go ahead and just quickly take a screenshot. Okay, quickly take a screenshot if you guys want. Okay, and then just enter it later, right? Okay, next with our CHF JPY, really JPY up. Whoa, what do we have? Cat Swiss. Cat Swiss also another very, very nice trading opportunity here. But I just don't want to take, right? Because sorry, let me just remove AUD NCD. Hold on, let me just see if AUD NCD we have any trading opportunities here or not. Okay. No, it's just basically just consolidation. Right? It's impossible to trade this right now. So AUD NCD is out. AUD JPY on the other hand, that's much going on lah. I think for AUD JPY. Yeah, I think just really, really bullish like the rest of them. AUD CHF looking very nice to trade. AUD CAD currently just consolidating, right? Okay, just to sum it all up, I'm actually looking for GBP CAD lah, if you ask me. Right? If you ask me what is the one trade that I'll be looking for, right, to take this week, right, it will be to long the GBP CAD, right? So price have to break out of this key level first, right, before coming down retest, and then of course do its continuation towards the upside, right? So this is for GBP CAD, and I think that is one trick that of course we have to wait for it to develop first, right? And hopefully later, right? Later when Uncle Powell start to talk, right? Then of course hopefully the markets will be more volatility. And of course that is when probably we will see a more bigger moves in the market. All right. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. Right. Again, as always, right? If you guys have any questions, right? Just contact me on my Telegram, right? And I will try my best to answer you, lah, right? Try not to message me on my Instagram, lah. Instagram, you just go to request, right? Message request, right? So sometimes I always miss message like that, right? So if you guys want, just contact me on my Telegram, right? The link is over there already, right? So yeah. And unfortunately, that's the time that I have for you guys. That's all the time that I have for you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this session of the evening webinar. And if that's all, I wish you guys have a good evening and good night.